Whole life, you start sharing yours and stop this one and start sharing yours.
Sorry for the interruption, sir.
If you talk about it, it's a dream. If you envision it, it's possible. But if you schedule it, it's real. Tony Robbins. AVENIR 2021 is organized with a vision to empower and facilitate students to navigate their future and make their dreams real. Programs like AVENIR 2021 play an important role in guiding and shaping the future of the youth. It promises to bring the global student community under one canopy, where students receive coverage not only from the local Indian schools in Sultanate of Oman, but also from the other school boards such as CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB, spanning across the MENA region and countries across Southeast Asia.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to AVENIR 2021, a global virtual career guidance program. Hello? A global virtual career guidance program launched by Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir under the aegis of the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Oman. On behalf of Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir, your host for today's program, myself Aman
And Agna,
of Class 9, take the proud privilege of expressing our profound gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said for the noble benevolence showered on the Indian community in the Sultanate of Oman. We, the Indian expatriates, are fortunate indeed to enjoy a world-class quality of life in a country that is modern, peaceful, and full of natural beauty. May the Almighty shower His choicest blessings on His Majesty and may this nation experience peace and everlasting prosperity.
it gives me immense pleasure to wholeheartedly welcome dignitaries from Ministry of Education, Dr. Shivakumar Manikam, Honorable Chairman Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman. Sorry to interrupt. Can you mute? Sir, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Go on. Yes, Agna. Sorry. Go on.
Yes, ma'am.
Carry on.
It gives me immense pleasure to wholeheartedly welcome dignitaries from Ministry of Education. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Agna, please, Agna. I don't know what is going wrong. Okay, please continue, please.
Yes, ma'am. It gives me immense pleasure to wholeheartedly welcome dignitaries from Ministry of Education, Dr. Shivakumar Manikam, Honorable Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman, members of various boards of directors, CBSE officials, distinguished members of the MOE Oman, officials of the Embassy of India, Sultanate of Oman, Mr. Alkesh Joshi, Honorary President of School Management Committee, Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir, presidents and members of the school management committees of all the Indian schools in Oman and from other schools and boards across the globe, principals, vice principals, heads of various departments, coordinators, teachers, parents, staff, and students of all the participating schools. Welcome all.
We cordially welcome distinguished members of the business community, members of the education cell. A very warm welcome to all present here virtually with us for this session on day 3 of AVENIR 2021, which is set to be a 9-day global career guidance program. Day 3 is associated with mathematical logical intelligence. The skill of problem solving and performing experiments will provide ample career opportunities in fields like accounting, engineering, and research work. This year, Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir is the proud torchbearer of this mega event under the aegis of the Board of Directors, Indian Schools in the Sultanate of Oman. Welcome all once again.
Dear audience, it is our pleasure and privilege to have you all here with us on this journey of transforming your dreams into reality. You are requested to fill in the feedback form, which will be posted in the chat box towards the end of the session. Filling this form is necessary as it will fetch you a participation certificate. For those who have joined through YouTube, are requested to check the description box for the link of the feedback form. You are also requested to post your queries in the chat box. Our distinguished speaker will answer them in the question and answer session.
Today, we are honored to have with us an eminent representative, Mr. M. Prabhakaran, Assistant Director, Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research, who would discuss programs and courses the university offers. Before that, let's watch a video presentation about the university.
Hey guys, this is Anders Spencer from the Department of Occupational Therapy. I'm currently doing my 3rd year. I'm also the student council for the year 2021-2022. Well, I'm from Kuwait, so I made the right decision to come to Ramachandra. My experience at Ramachandra for 3 years have been really amazing. I've been making a lot of friends, had a lot of bonding sessions with my faculties who have been very supportive and kind to always cheer me up and encourage me throughout my years while I'm studying. This right here is the biodiversity park where you can see a lot of greenery around. You can chill, walk around, take a walk around the campus. It's really nice. There are a lot of other NRI friends too, which I've made who have come from different countries. So I'm really satisfied overall in my experience at Ramachandra. So if you're a sports person like me, if you're interested in sports, you can join. There are so many different sports they play here: basketball, football, tennis, even hockey, swimming, etc. So Ramachandra is a place where I've learned not just about academics, but also how to deal with life too. So I would say that you guys should come and join the Ramachandra experience for yourself. So what are you guys waiting for? Come join. I'm waiting for you.
That was indeed a splendid video. Now I call upon our guest speaker for the session, Mr. M. Prabhakaran, Assistant Director, Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research. Over to you, sir, for your presentation.
Good morning, everyone. As your colleague introduced, good morning. As your colleague introduced, I am Prabhakaran Madhyaragan. I am Assistant Director, International Relations, Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research. On behalf of Ramachandra, on behalf of all the AVENIR team, we would like to once again welcome you to this particular presentation. Thanks for joining. Let's move on to the presentation. Ramachandra, we started as a Ramachandra Medical College in the year of 1985. Then we became a Ramachandra University. Recently, we As per the government order, we become a Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research. We are located in Tamil Nadu, Chennai. I think most of you could have come from Tamil Nadu, being in Kuwait for Oman for a while. So I think some of you would have heard, where the university is located. We are in middle of Chennai, which is in Porur. It's not too far from the Chennai airport. It's just 20 minutes from our university or from our sports centers. You can just sometimes simply see the flights landing in the Chennai airport. We are just located in such a middle of Chennai capital. So as far as the legacy is concerned, Srihar, as I said before, with the inception in 1984, we started as a medical college. And also we globally visible and reputation as collaborating with the top foreign universities across the world. We were the first university in the entire country to have collaborated with the Harvard Medical University, because Harvard is a benchmark for medical universities. So our main centralized library is named after the Harvard Library. Still, it's running in the name of Harvard Library. So this is example, it's showing, how internationally in the early 1980s, we started collaborating with the foreign universities and bringing in those curriculums, bringing in those methods, setting up this library in such a world-class standard 35 years before. It shows, how important, the university gives for the international education and to become a globally visible university around the world. So every university, I'm just quickly taking through some of the accreditation. Every university, as a student, you would like to join to have a good university, good accreditation, good records in terms of the quality of teaching that they are providing. As a university, as a deemed university is responsible for everything. It has to have a good accreditation. As a deemed university, we were awarded with the A++. The NAC is the National Accreditation and Assessment Council, which is the highest accrediting body in India. So we are continuously accredited top rankings. So as per the new assessment system, we are the A++. You would see very few universities in the country to have a A++. We are in the grade 1 ranking. Recently, we've had our accreditation completed. Again, the third consecutive cycle, we are achieved our A++. I think on your right-hand side, our certificate is mentioned. I think in 2021, February or March, we received the certificate for the third cycle. We just put up the certificate as well. So it shows, how good our quality and how good, our teaching, how methodologically we are strong, how laboratorically or technical wise or practical wise we are strong. Because, they accredit everything, they visit everything, they do that, they provide accreditation. It shows, how good the university is in terms of everything, teaching, facilities and infrastructure, laboratories, and everything put together. This accreditation has been given. So we've achieved A++. So when you would like to join any university, you have to look for this NAC accreditation and its score. So as a university, as a deemed university, as I said, we achieved the highest ranking. So that's why, you put up the certificate. So the next one, any student, would like to join, they have to have a good atmosphere, good ambience around you. When you're in the class, you don't want so much noise around you or so much disturbance around you, or you shouldn't see the people are walking around or staying in the road or something. So we are located, even though we are located in the middle of Chennai, as I said, in the hot part of Chennai, we are ranked among the entire university in the country. We are ranked number 2 by the MHRD as a greenest campus in the country. Greenest campus in the sense, in your next few slides, you might see, we have 175 acres plus green campus inside in the middle of Chennai, but still, our buildings are constructed in only 55 acres. The rest of the 100 plus or 120 acres, it's full of greenery. Such a greenery you will enjoy when you study in our university. Such a wonderful ambience, you will enjoy during your study. As a 3-year program, as a 4-year program, when you're studying, you have to have a good ambience. So we are one of this university, I think by the MHRD, we've been ranked second among the entire universities in the country as a greenest campus. So when you join our university, you will enjoy the greeneries in the middle of Chennai. So I think before touching the COVID-19 during this pandemic era, because we won't be able to move on to the next subject. So I've just put up only one slide. what we have achieved or what we have contributed for this during this pandemic. So as a medical and health science specialized university in the country, we were the first private university to have collaborated with the Bharat Biotech, which actually some of you would have heard, the Covaxin vaccine. The Covaxin vaccine is actually manufactured by the Bharat Biotech. We've done a clinical trial, SARS-CoV-2 clinical trial for Bharat Biotech. The next one, again, at the same time, we've been given a clinical trial for the Covishield as well. Covishield, it's actually, again, it's identified or manufactured by the Serum Institute located in India, but it actually invented by the Oxford University in collaboration with the AstraZeneca's pharmaceutical company. So both these vaccines, we've been given the clinical trial. We've done excellent clinical trial for a phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 as well. So as a medical and health science specialized university, we've contributed for this pandemic to have done some sort of clinical trials within our university. It shows, as a medical university, you have to have a specialization to do something when something globally this kind of pandemic occurs. So as a university, we have contributed. As I said, in the greenest campus slide, when I said it's located in the middle of Chennai. It's the place. It's called Porur. We've constructed 2 hospitals inside the university. One is a teaching hospital. Another one is a corporate hospital. The next few slides, maybe I'll be taking through about the hospital itself. So as a medical university, we have to have a medicine. Of course, we were the first university to have 250 medical seats, both government and private put together. That's a 250 bachelor medicine seats. It's the highest number of seats any medical university in the country to have been given. But we were the first university in the entire country, both medical and government universities put together, being given the highest number of seats. That's medicine. Again, we also have a dental. Our dental is one of the highest ranked dental colleges in this country. I think we are 6th in the current ranking. So the next one, of course, it's a pharmacy. I think after the medicine and dental, we started this pharmacy college. In the pharmacy, we also ran the pharmacology and PharmD. PharmD, it's a different program, again, associated with pharmacy. The next one, the allied health sciences. Allied health sciences in the modern era, they are like the engineers of the medical and health sciences program. The allied health sciences itself, we ran almost 20 programs. 20 programs, 15 of which, it's been given allied health sciences as a degree, but of which the remaining 5, it's been given in the degree, the course name itself. Those 15 degrees, it's been given as a allied health sciences and specialization in imaging technology, specialization in perfusion technology, specialization in cardiac technology, likewise. So this is one of the modern days, in the health science universities or health science specialized universities. It's one of the engineers of medical and health sciences. So the next one is the management. Again, almost all our program, except a couple of programs, everything is related to the medical and health sciences. In the management program itself, we ran Bachelor of Business Administration and Master of Business Administration. Both are hospital and health system management. So the nursing, of course, without the nursing colleges, the hospital cannot be run, as I said, for pharmacy. So again, we have the highest number of nursing seats being given by the Nursing Council of India. The physiotherapy, we have in the physiotherapy at the bachelor's level. I think you don't need to know the master's level. At the master's level, we run almost all the specialties of physiotherapies. Biomedical sciences, it's one of the most sought after program by the Middle East students. In the faculty of biomedical sciences, we have genetics, forensic science, bioinformatics, biomedical sciences as a honor degree. That's one of those programs, the most sought after by the Middle East students. Because after this 4 years program, you can go and join the master program in anywhere in the world. Because some of the BSc programs, it's been run only in 3 years. But since it's a honors program with the 4 years degree, you can even go to US and do your master's MS straight away without doing any bridge program or something. So the clinical research, as a healthcare specialized university, we have a separate clinical research, both bachelor's and master's level. This is one of the very unique or rare programs you would say in the in the university level, because it's sports and exercise sciences. As a university, as a deemed university, we have a separate sports center. In the sports center, we run the sports and exercise science both at bachelor's and master's level. So this program, it's a biokinetics. It's been run with in collaboration with the Cape Town University of South Africa. Very few programs, just one bachelor program and 2 master's program we are running in this campus. It's a separate campus inside the university, but it's a very unique and very rare program you would see in any universities, maybe even in Middle East itself. The next one, recently we started the engineering technology. As I said, we have in total 152 programs. Of the 152 programs, only 2 programs are related to the engineering. We recently started this engineering college. Inside, again, it's not a separate college. It's inside the engineering faculty. It's located inside the university itself. But in the engineering and technology, we ran only 2 programs: the data sciences and the artificial intelligence. That's in the modern era. That's one of the very sought after programs for the school students and the engineering seeking students. So we ran only those 2 programs on the same institute, same faculty itself. We ran 2 more Bachelor of Science programs in the same same specialization: artificial intelligence and data sciences. So public health, without the public health, any assessment or sampling or survey cannot be done. We have public health both at health sciences specialty and the medicine specialty. We run both bachelor's at master's level. So as I said before, we run 152 programs in total, of which only 4 programs, the 2 programs of engineering and 2 programs of BSc data sciences and artificial intelligence. The rest of the 148 programs are all related to the healthcare industry or medical or health sciences specialization. So these are all the programs, especially for the bio group students, biology specialized students. We have almost all the programs. I've just highlighted very few programs of our bachelor sciences, whether it's a biomedical sciences, we put it at the top. As I said, there are a lot of Middle East students, they're looking for this particular program because it's a 4 years honors degree program. So the next one is audiology and speech language pathology. This is one of the unique programs I mentioned, because the audiology and speech language pathology, there is a separate program. Because when you go to the master's level, you can specialize audiology at the master's level and speech and language pathology as a specialized. So this is only 30 seats, it's been given by the particular audiology and speech language council. So we are one of the few universities to have this 40 seats as a full program, both bachelor's and master's level. Of course, the pharmacy, PharmD. PharmD is again a unique program. Pharmacy is very well known to the students level. But at the PharmD, you wouldn't have heard. It's a special program again, as I said, for a BASLP. This is only 30 seats. It's being controlled by the Pharmacy Council. The 30 seats, only 4 seats are offered to the NRI or international students. It's a 6 years direct doctorate program. It's called Doctor of Pharmacy. During the 6 years, you will study everything, the regulation, the pharmacy, the pharmacology. You will study everything related to the pharmacy. I think the government of Tamil Nadu recently announced they're going to make the PharmD, the Doctor of Pharmacy candidates as a prescriber. Unlike, right now, only the doctors are prescribing the medicine in India. Like US or some European countries, the PharmD students in the future will be prescribing the medicine to the patients. So this, again, the physiotherapy, it's a professional program. Once you've done a physiotherapy, you can have your own clinic. You can directly practice on your own. This is one of those programs. The allied health sciences, in a couple of slides before, I mentioned, we ran 15 programs under the allied health sciences under specialty. So in the next slide, maybe I'll be mentioning about those programs. Of course, the nursing and the clinical nutrition. The clinical nutrition importance, I think we all would have come across or recently would have heard how important the clinical nutrition is in the hospital. because during this COVID era, they were one of the determining people in the hospital, to have the limitation or quantity on all those things, being set by the amount of food, the type of food should be given to the patient. All those things, being set or given by the clinical nutritionist. It's a very important program, especially after this COVID pandemic. A lot of students are preferring this particular program. The hospital and health systems management, it's only, even though it's a business administration program, again, it's related to the hospital and health systems management. The sports and exercise sciences, as I said before in the previous slide, we are running in our sports center, because to run this particular program, you have to have a sports center. It's a multi-million dollar investment. The sports center has been built, as I said, in collaboration with the Cape Town University of South Africa. Again, very few, a limited number of students being taken for this particular program. After this program, you have plenty of opportunities in the sports side of whether it's a physiotherapy related or exercise related job. There are so many jobs around, especially in the cricket club or the football club or any kind of the rugby club, whatever. So many opportunities available for this particular course. So maybe this is one of the unique program. Just keep an eye on these kind of programs. Optometry, some of us wouldn't have heard the optometry. The ophthalmology, we all would have heard the eye infection and eye surgery, or those specialized physician or a surgeon, they'll be taking care. But nowadays, the optometry, who's going to be taking care of your glass manufacturing or a glass analysis or a research kind of stuff? It's all the optometry people. So the next one is trauma care management. Trauma care management is nothing but an emergency kind of management study. It's again, it's a very unique program. It's a 3 years program. It's available under the allied health sciences, but at the separate degree as trauma care management. Again, the new ones, it's not a new one, but it's the microbiology degree, you all would have heard. But as a hospital attached to university, we've combined medical microbiology and applied molecular biology together as a honors degree. It's a 4-year program. 1 year, you have a mandatory internship at our hospital itself. Again, after the pandemic, this particular program, it's been very popular among the Indian students, not only Indian students across but across the globe. The occupational therapy, we used to know only about the physiotherapy. Now we have occupational therapy for any kind of issues, whether it's autism or elderly or all kind of issues related to the personal behavior or health. The occupational therapy, it's a special program. It's a 4-year program. The bioinformatics, we all would have heard, but the bioinformatics, what we are offering is a healthcare industry specialized informatics in the bio side. The health informatics, it's like same as bioinformatics, the more of health system and the healthcare industry specialized informatics side. Data sciences, the applied psychology, again, the psychology is it's been popular for a long time, but the applied psychology, how you apply, when you go for a master's at the PG level or even the MPhil level, this is the only program still being approved by the government of India to run up to the MPhil, Master of Philosophy level. So the MPhil is Bachelor of Psychology, Master of Psychology, and Master of Philosophy in the Psychology. So this is a special program. In this program, after you've done like physiotherapy, I said, it's like a professional. Once you've got a psychology certificate from the Psychology Council of India, you can even practice anywhere. It's like a professional program. You can just directly practice in Middle East. So that's one of those programs, the Middle East students, they're preferring this particular program. The clinical research, it's a full of research program. The next one is the radiology and imaging technology. Directly, you can join as a Master of Sciences. It's not in a BSc and then MSc. Still, it's a 5-year program, but you can directly join as an MSc student. But continuously, you'll be studying 4 years, both radiology and imaging technology. And your final year, you will be able to work in our hospital itself for internship. It's an unpaid internship, but you will completely, when you come out of Master of Science students, imaging technology and radiology, medical radiology and imaging technology, you'll become a master's in both the specialization. The number 6, the allied health sciences specialization, I said, I would be briefing you through in the next slide. These are all the specialization under the allied health sciences. You receive as a degree as allied health sciences under the specialization of anesthesia technology, neuroscience technology, perfusion technology, or plastic. So what the purpose of offering this technological program under the allied health sciences? Because these people, after the introduction of this particular programs, it's been very popular or new in our country. After introduction of this allied health sciences, the doctors, they just, especially when the surgeons come to the hospital, they do only the operation. They do only the surgery. The rest of the things, this is the kind of engineering program I said before. The rest of the stuffs are taken care by the anesthesia technology people. Used to be the anesthetist MD. They used to do everything in the operation theater. Nowadays, the anesthesia technology bachelor or a master's level student, they take care or they completely control the operation theater. Then the doctors, just give the indication or give the amount of, how much anesthesia to be given to the particular patient based on the age or immune system, based on their health condition or all those things. But the rest of the steps will be completely taken care of, controlled by the technology people. So that's why, I said they are the engineers of medical and health sciences. So the same, it applies like anesthesia, for example, perfusion or a cardiac technology, the cardiac related operation or surgeon, they are the head or boss of that particular operation theater. So again, it's a 4 years program. These students, the final year, it has to be the mandatory internship in our hospital itself. Again, we don't recruit more than 20 students per each program. So it's a very restricted and number controlled program. So it's all super specialized. For example, plastic reconstructive and cosmetic technology. So it's a very limited number of students. Maybe in the 20 students itself, maybe 4 or 5 students, they'll be able to choose the plastic and reconstructive and cosmetic technology. Second, orthopedic, for example, I'm saying orthopedic, the operation theater of ortho-related surgeries, the orthopedic, the MS orthopedic doctors, they'll be just, doing the operation. The rest of the steps or the rest of the operation theater is fully under the control of orthopedic technology, the allied health sciences people. The same applies to the pediatric surgical or a geriatric or a critical care technology also. Very important, the technology people, they'll play a very influential role in the operation theater, because in the critical care technology, it's in the emergency ward. So a lot of emergency issues will be handled by any kind of hospital. So these technological science background people will have a lot of role in the operation theater. They are like a boss of that particular issues. Without the hospital, without the teaching hospital, the medical university or a health sciences university, they cannot be run. As a specialized university, we have a 1,600 bedded hospital located inside the university. Our ICU is 23 state-of-the-art operation theaters and 24/7 the pharmacy, radiology, and laboratory facilities. Our strength, you all may have a question, why this university, I was saying, was given the highest number of seats in the first year itself, all those things. The reason why our strength, the reason why, we've been given the highest number of seats in the medical, we run all the super specialties, we run all the PG programs, the pharmacy and nursing, we are running with the highest number of seats. The reason why the government of India or the respective council have given us the highest number of seats in each of the faculties, I mentioned in the previous slides, because we have a patient strength of 5,000 plus every single day visiting our medical college. 5,000 patients every single day. Can you imagine any particular hospital in Middle East, any country, come to the 5,000 patients go to one particular hospital? It's very rare. Being in middle of the city, we have a strength. That's our strength actually. We have a strength of receiving 5,000 plus patients every single day. I think I'm taking it to the next slide. I think one more information I'll have to mention here. One more information I'll add. Sorry, please.
Sorry to interrupt. We are actually running short of time. So could you conclude your presentation?
Yeah, I'm just finishing in 2 seconds.
Okay.
This is our corporate hospital. Again, it's located inside the inside the university. So we have another 600 bedded hospital. All the super specialty allied health sciences program are being run here. So the specialty of our university is, why should study in Ramachandra? These particular programs, all the programs I mentioned, the health sciences and medical specialized programs, we have a study abroad opportunity. Because when the students are with Ramachandra, they can go to foreign university and do 1 semester or do the internship, do the conferences, present the paper. So, so I think a lot of students, since you're going to come from abroad, you will have one question: do you have a separate hostel inside the university? We have a hostel for both boys and girls available. It's not unlike other university. It's not sharing. It's an individual room to be provided to all the students. Whether you're preferring AC or non-AC, individual room will be provided. A separate hostel for both boys and girls. It has a yogas and gymnasium and even the beauty parlor for girls. Everything is available in the hostel premises itself. Without the finishing of the placement, you can't finish your course. So straight after your course, even the 3rd year itself for the 4th year program or the 2nd year itself for the 3rd year program, we place our students. So we collaborated not only in Indian national companies or Indian level companies, but also the international level companies. These are all the list of the companies that we have. I've just picked up very few companies. For example, the Pfizer is world top 3 pharmaceutical company in the world. So these are all the top companies I've just picked up. On your right hand side, you can see our graduates or our alumni have been working in entire world. I think that again, it shows in the rest on your right hand side, and it's been elaborated here. You can see that everywhere, our students have been working. This is our notable alumni. They've been working all around the world again. I think Middle East, only one slide I would like to mention that Shamshir, he was our MD radiology, radio diagnosis student. He's in the Forbes list as well. He's located in VPS Healthcare, Middle East. That's it, guys. If you need any questions, just please put it.
Thank you, sir. It was truly an enriching and empowering session. Sir, may I request you to answer a few queries which have been raised by our valued audience. So may I now invite our moderator for the session, Ms. Lynn Fernandez, to share with you the questions raised by our audience.
Please.
Good morning, sir. It was indeed an enriching and empowering session. For today's Q&A session, we have few questions raised by our audience. Can I go ahead, sir?
Please.
Yes, thank you, sir. So the first question is there any opportunity to take a placement? If so, will the university organize this?
I think the last slide or just before the last penultimate slide, I have mentioned for a 4-year program, in the 3rd year itself, we have a separate placement cell. They bring in the companies. I think a lot of placements, nowadays happening through online. But we bring in the company physically. They do have 2 or 3 rounds of interviews, like the technical interview, HR interview, and then the salary fixing or something like that. So we bring in the companies. The company people will directly interview the respective faculty. For example, pharmaceutical related companies, they'll come and recruit with the 2 or 3 rounds of interviews, and they do offer the placement even before they graduate.
Thank you, sir. The next question is admission for MBBS through NEET only, or do you take through UCAT or BMAT?
No, it's only through NEET. That's why I've just put this slide. I haven't elaborated this one. all these NEET related queries, maybe you can post it to me later on. The only simple thing, I would like to mention, all the students, whether you're an NRI student or a proper international student, you're holding a foreign passport or something, you all will have to write the NEET and then come through the medical counseling committee. It's called MCC. So whether it's even a UG or a PG, everyone will have to write. Even if you're a foreign national, you will have to write NEET and come through MCC.
Thank you, sir. The last question. How much percentage are we supposed to rank in grade 12 CBSE board exam to join your college?
I think it varies between the programs. Our minimum eligibility, because most of our programs, as I said, out of our 152 programs, 148 programs are science background. I mean, physics, chemistry, biology related eligibility required program. So of which the physics, chemistry, biology, we expect minimum 50%, 50, to apply to our university.
Thank you very much, sir, for responding to the queries. Over to the comparers.
Thank you, sir. We are truly grateful for your relevant, valued, and patient answers to all our queries. I'm sure the participants are enlightened and have got a true picture about the prospects available for them at your esteemed organization. Dear audience, a gentle reminder, please fill in the feedback form which has been posted in the chat box. Those who joined through YouTube, please click on the link provided in the description box. Filling this form is necessary as it would fetch you a participation certificate.
As we draw to an end of this enriching session, I deem it my great privilege to propose the vote of thanks. Let me first express my profound gratitude to His Majesty, Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said, for the magnanimous benevolence showered in the Indian diaspora in the Sultanate of Oman. May the Almighty shower abundant blessings on His Majesty and His country. We extend heartfelt thanks to our eminent speaker, Mr. M. Prabhakaran, Assistant Director, Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research, for his words of motivation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Our deepest sense of appreciation and gratitude to Dr. Shivakumar Manikam, Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman, and other esteemed members of the Board of Directors, distinguished officials from CBSE, and officials from the Indian Embassy. Thank you for your encouraging presence and guidance at all times.
A heartfelt thanks to Mr. Alkesh Joshi, the Honorary President of Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir, School Management Committee, and other members of the School Management Committee for their profound encouragement at all times. I also wish to take this opportunity to express a heartfelt gratitude to our prudent captain of the Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir ship, Mr. D.N. Rao, Principal, Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir. Honorable principals of the schools in the MENA region, Indian schools in Oman, vice principals, assistant vice principals, heads of various departments, coordinators, supervisors, and the entire teaching fraternity for the support and guidance. I wish to thank each and every student and parent for their valuable presence in making this session a grand success. We are indeed grateful to our platinum sponsor, StudyCo, gold sponsors, Jain Group of Institutions, Grey Matter Academics, Vellore Institute of Technology, and Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education. Bronze sponsors, Middle East College Oman, Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Dallas Baptist University, and MIT World Peace University, Pune. Media sponsor, the Arabian Stories, and digital marketing partner, Spectrum. An event of this kind requires the coordination of a committed team. Thank you to the ISWK team for making AVENIR 2021 possible. Thank you and see you soon in the next session. Have a great day.
All the best, students. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.